Hi Year 4. Today I'm going to read you the rest of Chapter 4, The Sea Chest. Mother, said I, take the whole and let's be going, for I was sure the bolted door must have seemed suspicious and would bring the whole hornet's nest around our ears, though how thankful I was that I had bolted it, none could tell who had ever met that terrible blind man. But my mother, frightened as she was, would not consent to take a fraction more than was due to her, and was obstinately unwilling to be content with less. It was not yet 7, she said, by a long way. She knew her rights, and she would have them, and she was still arguing with me when a little low whistle sounded a good way off upon the hill. That was enough, and more than enough, for both of us. I'll take what I have, she said, jumping to her feet. And I'll take this to square the count, said I, picking up the oilskin packet. Next moment we were both groping downstairs, leaving the candle by the empty chest, and the next we had opened the door we were in full retreat. We had not started a moment too soon. The fog was rapidly dispersing. Already the moon shone quite clear on the high ground on either side, and it was only in the exact bottom of the dell and round the tavern door that a thin veil still hung unbroken to conceal the first steps of our escape. Far less than halfway to the hamlet, very little beyond the bottom of the hill, we must come forth into the moonlight. Nor was this all, for the sound of several footsteps running came already to our ears, and as we looked back in their direction, a light tossing to and fro and still rapidly advancing showed that one of the newcomers carried a lantern. My dear, said Mother suddenly, take the money and run on. I am going to faint. This was certain the end for both of us, I thought. How I cursed the cowardice of the neighbours, how I blamed my poor mother for her honesty and her greed, for her past foolhardiness and present weakness. We were just at the little bridge by good fortune, and I helped her, tottering as she was, to the edge of the bank, where, sure enough, she gave a sigh and fell on my shoulder. I do not know how I found the strength to do it at all, and I am afraid it was roughly done, but I managed to drag her down the bank and a little way under the arch. Farther I could not move her, for the bridge was too low to let me do more than crawl below it, so there we had to stay, my mother almost entirely exposed, and both of us within earshot of the inn. Now we've finished chapter 4, I'm going to show you page 40, which is the last page in the chapter. Some of the words are missing, and I've blanked them out. Can you guess or work out what the missing words might be? Make a note of what you think they could be. You might want to pause the video at this point so that you have time to complete the task. You've had time now to write down 6 words that would still fit in the blanks from the page. Make sure that you've checked and read the sentences back to check they make sense still. You can now see the exact words that the author used in the text. I've highlighted them in yellow to make it clear. Did you write down the same word? Did you write down a different word, but was it similar? And did your word still make sense in the sentence? Have a look and compare what you used and what the author wrote.